Welcome. I've been expecting you, and I must know. What's crack-a-lackin'?
You overshot it!
I think I should leave that in, though.
You overshot it!
I think I should leave that in, though.
Do it. Do it.
I think I
Your
should
face
leave
had-
that in.
Your face had that mini oh shit moment.
I was like,
oh, fix it, fix it. Do it.
I think I should leave that
Do
in.
it. Do it. Okay, continue.
Oh boy. Hey guys, it's crack-a-lackin'. It's ClemtheKraken. And it is April. Actually, it's almost May. It's gonna be May. I've never listened to that song in my life. But thing about living where I live and it being April is, you know that old saying, April showers bring May flowers? Yeah, well, April showers here a lot. It's the end of April. It's almost May. And we've been having a lot of weather here.
A lot of weather.
We've been having a lot of weather.
Diverse weather.
We've been having a lot of diverse weather here at college. We have been experiencing a lot of the April showers that bring May flowers. And where I live, the April showers aren't that different from the January showers, the February showers, the March showers, the May showers, the September showers, the October showers, the November showers, the December showers. Basically, it rains about 9 out of 12 months of the year, on average, in the Pacific Northwest, which is where I'm from. And so I thought that I would take this April showers, May flowers shtick and tell you guys some of the different names of rain. Because you think, all rain is created equal. But no. There's different kinds of rain. There's different terminology for rain. There's different, pressures and different patterns and different ways it falls from the sky. Rain gets complicated. And you need the right terminology to describe it. Otherwise, you just... Not everything's rain, guys. Not everything's rain. Let's get started. We're going to start at, the thing that will get you the least wet on the scale of dry to wet. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. So the first term, misting. So this is when water is, falling kind of-ish from the sky. It's, super light, super gentle. It's kind of like walking into the tropical exhibit at a zoo. You walk in and it's well, I guess not really the tropical exhibit because those are super warm, but that same kind of feeling of you walk in and you're instantly a little damp because of just the surrounding water in the sky. It's like a falling fog. So if you imagine when it's foggy out and it's kind of got that wet feeling, just imagine that now falling from the sky. Misting. The next one is it's the same thing but one step up. So number 2, heavy misting, is when it's misting but steadily. So it's not you walk out and you feel kind of wet. You can definitely feel that something's falling from the sky, but still it's very, very gentle, but it's a little bit heavier. So it's when it's misting, it's walking past a sprinkler. Heavy misting would be if you were walking past a sprinkler pointed at you. The third one is a little more direct. It's called spitting, and this is barely rain. This is when it literally, well, it's called spitting, so I'm sure you guys can figure this out. It's it feels like someone is spitting on you, and it's it's barely raining. A lot of times it's still sunny outside. It's just tiny, tiny little drops of rain that you feel like every 3 to 5 steps. Like you can walk a little bit and then feel it, and you're like, oh, was that rain? And you walk a little bit and you feel it again, and you're like, well, it's spitting out. The next one is sprinkling. Sprinkling, I think everybody's kind of familiar with, so it's steady drops. It's like more frequent spitting. So it's steady drops. It's kind of on and off, like it comes and it goes like multiple times in a short time period. It's kind of light though. It's not like heavy. It's not rain, so it's not heavy. And it's often sunny while it's sprinkling. Like we get a lot of weather in the Pacific Northwest where it's sunny and rainy at the same time. The kind of next step up from that is drizzling, and that's just like a light rain. So it's gray and cloudy out at this point. It's like a combination of sprinkling and misting, so it's like constant water falling from the sky, but it's very light still. It's not, if you were to walk out, you would be wet by the time you got to your destination, but you wouldn't be soaked. You'd just be like kind of damp. Maybe your hair's got some water droplets in it or something like that. Not a big deal. Definitely not worth getting your umbrella out for. Then we hit the rain. Just like the generic like rain term. So it's water falling from the sky at a steady rate now, but that's it. It's just water falling from the sky. And it's not super heavy. It's a little heavy. It's like one of those things that you look out and you're like, don't really want to get out my umbrella. You can just put a hood up and you'll be fine. But then things start to get a little more like violent per se. So then there's pouring, which is water that it's just like it's rain that's consistent. It just falls from the sky, super heavy, super quick. Like it's raining harder now. It can last quite a long while, and it can tend to be a bit windy, especially like where we're from, since we're close to the ocean. So we get that oceanic breeze. And then there's downpour, which is different than pouring, because a downpour is when it's pouring, but it's short. Like it's short bursts of rain. It's not like it's not consistent like pouring is. Downpour is like it happens for 15 minutes and then it stops, and it doesn't happen for, like it can happen in the same hour, it could happen in the next couple of hours, or it could just be it downpours for 15 minutes and that's it. You can think of them as like sky hiccups. Like it rains super hard and consistent, and then it just stops. And then sometimes it comes back. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I get hiccups 3 times a day consistently. And then the next, like, getting more intense is sideways rain, which isn't really a term for rain. It's more of a descriptor of rain, but it's a little bit more stormy, so there's a lot of wind that pushes the rain, so it falls in a sideways, like it falls at an angle basically. So when you look outside and you can see like rain coming down, and it like you have to like angle your umbrella like to block yourself efficiently, and it's rain that you can visibly see like falling at an angle for a long period of time. And then like the next step up, or the kind of similar but like without the wind, is sheeting. So it's literally sheets of water. Like imagine like a sheet, like a bedroom sheet, just like a flat sheet, but imagine like a bunch of those made of water falling from the sky. So it's like no matter what, you're going to get wet. And you're going to get wet, and all of your belongings are going to get wet, and it's going to soak through everything you own, even if it's waterproof, and you're just going to be miserable because you're wet, and because we're in the Pacific Northwest, it's cold rain, it's not warm rain, so literally, like, sheets of water coming down from the sky. And speaking of cold rain, let's go one step colder So we're in the ice zone now. So the first one, like the kind of the least one, it can get pretty bad, but like hail. And like I think everybody knows what hail is, but it's balls of ice. In the Pacific Northwest, they're generally pretty small, although hail can get like golf ball sized. And they're like pretty small. They're like easy to see because they're white, but also because they are like bouncy and they make sounds when they hit things. So like rain is just kind of, you don't necessarily hear it. Hail you can hear. And it tends to hurt when it rains or when it hails. Like you get it falling like on your skin or on your face, and it hurts. And then like if you were to combine ice and rain, you'd have ice rain, not to overcomplicate things. But it's like ice and rain combined, and it can be painful like hail, but it doesn't have to be. Just it depends on like how much ice there is versus how much rain there is. If there's more rain, it's not going to be painful. It's just going to be, a lot of wet, cold rain. If there's more ice, then it's going to be, a little more painful, a little more like it's like a little more on the hail side. And then there's snow rain, which is like slush, but slush is generally when it's already on the ground. But it's rain and snow mixed, so it's softer. And again, there's varying ratios of snow to rain, and the snow doesn't stick to anything because it's raining, so you get the snow on the ground, but then the rain immediately washes it away, and it can kind of make things slippery or mushy outside, and that's where you get like the slush that sits on like the side of the roads. It's dirty because cars have been driving over it all day. And then the next, the more intense version of that is sleet. So it's snow, ice, and rain all combined. It's generally pretty heavy and hard to see through, so it's like thick. And then it's painful because it's got the ice in it, and it's already cold. So you've got cold skin reacting with sharp ice and ow, basically. Ow. And then the last one is much happier. It's called God's Tears. God's Tears, because I grew up in a Catholic school, is something that we would say. My friend's mom would actually tell me that rain was just God crying. But it's like when it's rainy out, but it's also sunny and kind of warm, so it's like it's not heavy rain, it's like light rain, more of a sprinkle, if you want to go back to the beginning of this video, wrap it all up in a neat, tidy bow. And obviously there's a bonus if there's a rainbow. But yeah, I thought I would just share with you guys some of the terms that people in the Pacific Northwest use for rain. And if you don't know where that is, the Pacific Northwest is in the top left-hand corner of the United States. It's a small region of literally every climate, because we have the ocean and the mountains and the valleys and the deserts. We got it all. Come visit. So I thought it would just be cool to kind of tell you guys the different terms that we use for rain, just as like a fun, end of April video. I hope you guys learned something. Maybe you can use these terms to apply to where you live. I know that where I live has the same climate as like Ireland and England and like that kind of strip of the world. Anyways, that was 15 names for rain. Write in the comments if you agree, if you disagree, if you have additional names. Let me know if you want me to do another video like this. Also, let me know if you like this video by hitting the like button, if you want me to do more of these videos, if you have any suggestions for future videos at all. And if you feel like it, maybe subscribe. Up to you guys. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. It's midnight, guys. I'm tired. It's midnight. It's finals week. I have to wrap up this video so I don't get my friend in trouble for being loud in her room.